God damn!
I've never seen myself represented. This is awesome because I've never seen myself. I've never seen myself represented. This is awesome because I've never seen myself. I've never seen myself represented. This is awesome because I've never seen myself. I've never seen myself represented. This is awesome because I've never seen myself. I've never seen myself represented. This is awesome because I've never seen myself. I've never seen myself represented. This is awesome because I've never seen myself. I've never seen myself represented. This is awesome because I've never seen myself. I've never seen myself represented. This is awesome because I've never seen myself. I've never seen myself represented. This is awesome because I've never seen myself. I've never seen myself represented. This is awesome because I've never seen myself. I've never seen myself represented. This is awesome because I've never seen myself. I've never seen myself represented. This is awesome because I've never seen myself. I've never seen my Awesome.
because like I can't fucking stop it. I literally cannot stop it. That shit is aggravating. That is not the way we wanted to start off the goddamn show, but here I am. I literally went to the website and stopped it, and it still kept going. Like, I don't... Whatever, man. Welcome into the show. It's Jesus fucking Christ, bro. It doesn't matter what I do to fix that thing. It doesn't stop. And it only happens... I don't even know what's making it happen. But thank you for the $10 super chat, guys. Welcome into the show. It's your boy Atreus, the Grift God. Welcome into the Grifties. We got a lot to talk about today. And that is not how we wanted to start off the show. I mean, like, it's funny, don't get me wrong, but like, it's really aggravating because I can't stop it. And I don't know what's making it go over and over and over again. At first, I thought it was I thought that it was the fact that the actual alert is on every single scene that I have set up in OBS, but that can't be it because it just keeps going. I don't have an infinite amount of scenes. I only got like 6 scenes set up, at least for this selection, but it just keeps fucking going. I don't get it. So anyway, how's it going, ladies and gentlemen? I'm glad to have you guys here. Let me put that right there. It is Saturday. Okay. We got a lot to talk about. I see a lot of you guys in the chat. I see my boy Hypnotic in the chat. Shout out to Lazy Dumber with the $10 euros. He says, hey, chat, me and Atreus had our first disagreement yesterday. Atreus, I'm sorry. I deserve a clown hooter. Give it to me. That was pause worthy, but I will give you the clown horn. Shouts out to you, though. Shouts out to you. I'm hot. I ain't even gonna lie, I'm hot and sweaty and shit because when the alert first went off, I was trying to hurry up and eat before I actually came on stream because I have not eaten. And I heard the alarm went off and I said, oh no. And then I started racing back and forth to try to fix it. But I don't get it. I just don't get it. But anyway, I'm so excited to have you guys here. I hope that everyone is having a great Saturday. We got a lot to talk about. I'm not going to keep you guys here long, so we're going to go ahead and get into the topics. I hope that you guys saw New Blackstreet yesterday. We had Yellow Flash on the show. It was a great show per usual. Gosh. What else? I heard Kata got a video out. Shout out to Hypnotic. Saturday Night Hypnosis is tonight. And gosh, I mean, I don't even have much to plug as of right now. I'm trying to get... One of the things that I'm working on right now is I'm trying to get my studio camera and my DSLR camera on the same page as far as the look. Because as you can see, like, there's a huge difference. I haven't heard anybody complain about it yet. Because if you look at this scene, right, there's obviously, I would say, a degraded quality there. It's kind of jarring in my opinion. And so I kind of want to get that fixed. As of right now, I'm going to focus more on my studio camera. See, like, I don't even know, like, what is that? Like, yeah, I'll get that fixed later. So right now, we're just going to focus on the studio camera until I can get that fixed. That's one of the things that I'm working on. I don't know why it's doing that. I feel like it had a better picture earlier than before, but we'll work on that some other time. As of right now, guys, we got some stories we got some good old grips to get into. You can barely see the little ice on thingamajigger. It's all good. Anyway, so how y'all doing in the chat? Make sure y'all drop in the chat where you're from, where you're located, where you're watching from. Make sure you like the video as well. Make sure you share this out for everyone to see so we can hurry up and get back in the algorithm. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, chat. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, boy. We've been bleeding subs. I'm perplexed. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, there's been times when we've faced lulls on YouTube before, but nigga, this is different. Like, nigga, we done lost like 40 subs, and we can't gain any. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what's going on there. I know a lot of people are saying they're down as well, but I don't know. This one seems unique. I'm not blaming YouTube. I'm just saying this shit's kind of weird, bro. I can't, like, Hypnotic, you know, of course, we always say we just post through it, but I mean, this shit. It's here's the thing. Here's the thing. It's really aggravating because you put in a lot of work and you work hard and you know what I'm saying, you invest in all of this stuff, and then like out of nowhere it's like somebody just turns your YouTube channel off. It's insane. It's really insane. And then a couple of that, guys, with some of us incorporate our YouTube income in, we factor it in to our finances. So like when you do what I did, which is have the biggest month of my YouTube career in January, and then follow that up with February, that was like, what the fuck was that? And then you come into March with the same performance. Like, this shit's aggravating, bro. Like, I understand, like, you know, don't complain about it and post it, but I don't give a fuck, bro. That shit's really aggravating. And you got people saying they not seeing me in the algorithm anymore. The shit's really fucking aggravating. So we'll see. I just had to, you know what I'm saying? I just had to vent a little bit right there, because that's like, dog, really annoying. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into it. We had a lot of stuff going on, of course. We've talked about Daredevil. We've talked about Monster Hunter. We've talked about a lot of different things. Rachel Zegler. You got Snow White dropping in a couple of weeks. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. And you know, get this party rolling. Let's see, it's 5:06. Okay, good. We're making good time. Like I said, I ain't gonna keep y'all here long. Where do we want to start this thing off? Where do we want to start? Let's get into some I wouldn't say positive news. Let's get into some curious news, okay? So how many of y'all are Resident Evil fans out here in these streets? Me, I'm a big Resident Evil fan. My first experience with Resident Evil was watching both of my aunties play Resident Evil while I had to be like maybe 4, 5, 6 years old, something like that. My aunties used to love playing Resident Evil. And I would watch them play. I was always too afraid to play it myself as a fucking 5 or 6 year old. But I remember. Oh yeah, I remember. It might not seem like I would remember that shit, but I remember them, you know, walking through that house and, you know, zombies popping out. Yeah, scary experience. And then of course I grew up and I played Resident Evil myself. I remember Resident Evil 3, the original one, not the remake. I remember my favorite Resident Evil of all time is the original Resident Evil 4. Nigga, it took everything in my power to get through that game, because that game was not playing no games, okay? The remake, I haven't finished yet. I liked it when I played it, but obviously it wasn't as good as the original, because it just didn't have that feel. And then, of course, I've beaten Resident Evil 5. I've beaten Resident Evil 6. I've beaten Resident Evil 7. Village, I have not finished. I don't know why I haven't finished Village. MRI Gamer says your lighting went from skulking in a dark room to staring into the sun. It does look better. Are you saying I'm overexposed? I'll get to work on that. But anyway, so yeah. However, the Resident Evil movies ain't been it. Okay? Hold on. The Resident Evil movies have not been it. Even the original ones with Mila Jovovich, Popovich, Snakovich, Snortovich, whatever the hell her name was. I mean, like, it was Resident Evil, but it wasn't really Resident Evil. Like those were more action movies than anything. We've never gotten a really good adaptation of Resident Evil on the movie screen. And I'm talking live action. I get it. There's some like animes out there or some animations out there that have done a decent job. Well, recently we gotten some news that we're getting a new Resident Evil. They're going to keep trying. They're going to keep trying, okay? They are absolutely going to get, this comes from Culture Crave. New Resident Evil movie is officially happening at Sony. Zach Kreger, is writing and directing. Will take the franchise to its horror roots and be more faithful to the initial games.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god. Stop fucking lying.
Yeah, I don't believe it. I'll believe it when I see it. You know who else just said the movie or the show was going to be more faithful to the source material? Warner Brothers, when it comes to that new Harry Potter show. They said the same goddamn thing. And do you know how they followed that up? They followed it up by giving us a black Severus Snape. This ain't good, okay? Well, I won't say this ain't good, but you saying that means nothing. You're going to have to show us who's getting race swapped. That's all I want to know. Who's getting race swapped? Is it Leon? Is it Chris Redfield? Is it Claire? No reason to race swap Ada Wong, right? No reason to do that. Please. Who's getting race swapped? Is it, oh my God, don't let it be Wesker. You already did that. Just go back to shout out to Sold Me Out, who just gifted 5 memberships. Shout out to all the newest single moms in the chat. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate you. Guys, I'll believe it when I see it. I'll believe it when I see it. But Zach Gregor, let's go and look up who Zach Gregor is. Hold on. If you ever seen the movie Barbarian. Uh-oh, I didn't mean to do that. Zach Gregor. I keep getting his fucking name wrong. Okay? Zach Gregor. Okay? He is responsible for the 2022 movie Barbarian. Okay? Have you ever seen Barbarian? That's actually a pretty good horror movie. I'll give him his credit. So he has experience, right? He's shown that he can put a good quality horror movie on screen. Maybe he can do the same thing with Resident Evil. I hope and I pray, nigga, because Resident Evil has gone through the ringer when it comes to Hollywood. They can't do it. Remember Welcome to Raccoon City? Oh my God. Hold on, let me put, for those of you who've never seen it, let me see it. Let me see if I can pull it up. That shit was a nightmare. Raccoon City trailer. Let me see if I can pull that up. This shit was an absolute fucking nightmare. Watch this shit, chat. Watch this shit here.
What are you doing out hitchhiking on a night like this, eh? Used to live here, he said. Raccoon City. Better you than me. Watch out! Honey, we need to go now. Lock the gates. Claire, why are you back here?
This whole town's been poisoned. If we don't contain this,
Hold on. Before we even move forward with the rest of this trailer, look at this bullshit here. Hold on.
Shall we go?
God damn it. It goes so far. So fast. They was probably trying to hide that shit.
Shall we go?
God damn it. Well, anyway, I got it. Here you go. Yes. Yep, that's him. If you're wondering, yep, that's him. That's him. That is Leon Kennedy in this movie. Let's go ahead and pour one out for that one.
What more do you want from me? Oh my God! My leg! My leg!
You got the whole soundboard with that one. Cause yep, that is Leon Kennedy in this movie. And that's all we needed. We don't need to see no more. We don't need to see no more. That was Leon Kennedy. The movie was awful. The CGI was awful. It looked like a cheap Netflix or a CW movie. It was pitiful. It was disgusting. It was disgraceful. They tried to instead of doing an entire movie based on Resident Evil 1, they tried to jam Resident Evil 1 and 2 into one story, and it didn't work. So yeah. So please, and by the way, guys, this was made by Sony, and Sony's making this next one. So I don't know. And the thing that sucks is Resident Evil is a franchise that has limitless potential. It's movie potential. It has limitless potential, guys. So the fact that they keep fumbling this is insane. Is insane. So anyway, there's that. So let's move on. Okay, let's move on. God damn. All right, let's get it. I've never seen myself represented in the Lord of the Rings before, so this is awesome because I've never seen myself. I'm going to be able to see myself in Harry Potter too. Oh, Griff. Oh, Griff. Anyway, all right. Where I want to go with it? Where do I want to go with it? Let's start with this. Let's go here. Not start with, because we've obviously started already. But so you guys know the state of the industry right now, the video game industry, to be more specific. Layoffs. Don't talk about layoffs. Layoffs. Yeah, niggas is getting laid off left and right. The industry is under siege. If you know what really happened, in 2020, the pandemic hit. Niggas was stuck inside playing video games. Niggas was spending money on video games, spending time on video games, and the video game market skyrocketed. Everybody was getting money. Everybody was getting paid. Everybody was eating. Companies were expanding. Studios were expanding. We discovered new games, new mechanics, new ideas, new designs. And the video game industry was celebrating. Shit, hit them with another virus and make them stay inside. So companies started expanding, hiring new people, probably not qualified people. And now the chickens have come home to roost. See, they didn't save that money. They started greenlighting every fucking thing. Everybody gets funded. Hey, you get funded. You get funded. Everybody gets funded. And again, the chickens have come home to roost. Another woke studio is giving the axe to 66 people on its staff. The latest victims, Iron Galaxy. This is coming from Grumps. He says, woke studio Iron Galaxy lays off 66 staff. They leaned heavily into DEI under their CEO, complete with pronouns, who gave many talks and spread the DEI propaganda throughout the game industry. There's a direct correlation with studios embracing DEI and the massive gaming layoffs in the past 12 months. Asian studios free of DEI continue to thrive, vastly outperforming in the market and are hiring. Let's take a look. This is from PC Gamer. Yep. Last resort effort to enable our long-term survival. Oh, my leg. I mean, that's what they're going to do. All that virtue signaling amounted to nothing. Because at the end of the day, they don't care about you. The long-term success of the company supersedes your ideas, your political ideas, or your political ideology. I want to know how many of those 66 were blue-haired weirdos. I would love to know. Our commitment. This is what they said. Let me see if I can zoom in on this because I can't see, guys. I can't see. What I'm thinking about doing is I'm thinking about taking my TV out of my living room, putting it up here. So, because I mean, like, this screen is kind of far away and I can't see shit. I ain't gonna lie to you, I can't see shit. But anyway, video games are a product of the people who create them. We believe that diversity is essential to the success of companies like ours.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you
That's weird considering your company is firing 66 people. If it's so reliant on diversity, then why are you firing 66 people? Where's the success? Where is it? Far be it from me to say that perhaps maybe diversity contributed to your failure. Now I get it. Games flop all the time. Studios flop all the time. But as Grum said, there seems to be a correlation between a lot of these studios that prioritized diversity, equity, and inclusion and are suddenly firing so many people or shutting down, flat out shutting down. Let's continue, okay? Iron Galaxy is committed to improving our industry with inclusive development processes. This crucial initiative also improves representation in the final product, helping us create worlds that are welcoming to all players. This insinuates, okay, that final line insinuates that games before 2025 were not welcoming to all players. Why do you need to see yourself in these games? I don't understand, okay? Like, I didn't need Prototype 2 to tell me that Prototype 1 was for me. Shout out to Alec Mercer. No, that's not the right Alex. What was that nigga's name again? The white dude. I'm not. Hey, by the way, can somebody make another Prototype game? Like that game, those games were cooking. Like what the fuck? It was like Venom, but like not Venom. You get what I'm saying? Like it was cold, or more like Carnage. You know what I'm saying? But not Carnage. But anyway, going back to what I was saying. I mean, I'm not going to continue to beat a dead horse. You already know what's up. But this is more evidence to suggest. And by the way, we tried to get Khalif to come on and have a conversation with it. He never replied. I don't know if it's because he just didn't see it. I don't know what. But I wanted to have a conversation with Khalif Adams about, because he claims that we don't know anything about DEI, and that we don't know how it works. I beg to differ, but that's neither here nor there. Let's continue though. Let's continue to watch this meltdown. Look at the CEO. Oh. Well, that's not surprising. The CEO is a woman. Chelsea Blasco. Okay? She is a certified booty bandit. That is crazy.
Oh my God!
But it's not surprising. She identifies as she and he. How is that possible? How can you identify as she and he? It makes no sense. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. But it's not surprising. Hey, I know a lot of y'all don't like Fresh and Fit, but what Myron Gaines be saying, the only place a woman's gonna lead you is to the grave. Griff. Griff. Hey, man. Hey, I can't read that shit. I can't read that shit. It's too far away. But y'all see what it's about. I guess these are her qualifications. Hey, but that's another studio. That's another studio down the drain. Well, they ain't closed. They're not closed. But that's 66 new developers on the streets. Let's see how fast they get a job. Who's gonna hire them? Okay? Motherfucker said trans fluid. I'm dead. Okay? So shouts out to them. Hope y'all land on y'all feet in another industry. I ain't gonna lie. All right, where we going next? Where are we going? Fired. Just fired. Okay, let me talk about this really quick. Just a quick little throwaway. So how many of y'all are excited for the new Black Panther game that's gonna come out in a couple of years? I gotta be honest. It may be cope, but I'm excited. I I'm excited. I'm sorry. I do want to see an entire game focused on Black Panther and his abilities and everything that's going to come with it. I can't wait to see what they do. I would love if it could have something like, the Nemesis system, but, far be it from me. You know what I'm saying? To bring that up. But unfortunately, the new Black Panther game is probably a couple of years down the line. Okay? So you're going to have to wait for that one. However, you don't have to wait that long for a game featuring Black Panther because Marvel 1943 Rise of Hydra is aiming to release around Christmas 2025. Now, if you don't remember what this game is, I'll show you. Give me a second.
We just got a.
Oh, no, that's not what I want. Nope, it's not. I hate all of these fucking YouTube channels that pose. Here we go. Is this it? I think this is it.
They're combing the streets, searching house to house.
If they arrest you too, they will take you to their headquarters and you will not return.
I'm more concerned with the 6-foot cat man who's got claws that can cut through vibranium alloy. By my count, that makes 2 super soldiers loose in Paris.
3, counting you.
And that's 2 too many.
I'll be there before the sun rises. Before the Germans, before that American. The Eye of Force has been found.
Please, just stick to the rooftops. Be careful. Stand beside me.
When am I not?
It's better if I tackle this one alone.
You may encounter some obstacles.
That won't be a problem.
Our Catherine is definitely here too. By the look of things, he's not very far ahead.
The American boy is right on your heels.
Who the hell are you?
If you wanted us dead, we'd be dead. So what do you want?
Answers.
That's far enough!
Stay out of my way!
Stand aside!
I do not take orders from anyone!
I don't have time for this.
Neither do I.
I gotta be honest. I don't know about y'all, but when I saw that trailer, I might have jizzed a little bit. That was a good performance. The voice acting, the cutscenes, the facial animations. I couldn't believe that was a video game. We're gonna have to wait for gameplay, obviously. But that looked good. I'm not gonna lie to you. Obviously, we're not focused on T'Challa here. I think that's what's this nigga's dad? Why I can't remember names? T'Chaka, I'm sorry. Obviously, it's more focused on T'Chaka, Steve, and when he first became Captain America, and then obviously, the rise of Hydra stuff. So yes, Person, this is a game. I ain't gonna lie, that shit look good to me. So I'm hoping that it's gonna be good, but keep our expectations tempered. Okay. All right. So shouts out to them for that. I wish them the best. I hope that they can, hey, do your thing. All right. Let's move on. God damn. All right. How y'all doing in the chat? How y'all doing in the chat, man? Person says it feels random. Like, why is the Black Panther here? But hopefully they explain it more. I'm going to assume that it has something to do with Hydra trying to steal vibranium. So that's what my assumption is going to be. What's going on, Nathan Moon? Shouts out to you. I appreciate you for stopping by. Where do we want to go next? Let's go. All right, so we might as well get into Activision Blizzard. So y'all remember not too long ago, some weeks ago, maybe even a month and a half ago, somebody was leaking Slack messages from within Activision, okay? Emails. So there were like very suspect messages in those Slacks. We're talking anti-Trump, threats, violence, encouraging violence. There was all type of stuff. One particular employee, though, suffered consequences. Now, this is shocking for me, right? Because we're used to there being, like, at least we're used to not knowing whether or not there's any accountability for the behavior of a lot of these devs when it comes to these companies. They go off and they say a lot of weirdo shit online, a lot of things that no company should tolerate in a professional environment, but yet they get away with it. Come to mind, what's the Pikachu chick that works at the We Happy Few studio? I forgot the name. The bitch who said, straight white male gamers were a mistake. She also said that Asian is white adjacent. These are obviously very disturbed people who are being given a platform to display their hatred for different groups like straight men or white men or whatever they deem to be the enemy of the day. So it's actually surprising that we're getting some accountability here. So I'm going to pull this up. This comes from Grums. Again, shout out to Grums. Game devs talk guns after the election. Blizzard starts firing. CWA union sues Activision Blizzard for wrongful termination. Activision Blizzard is firing employees who talk about political violence on internal company-wide Slack messaging just after Trump's election. A company-wide investigation is still ongoing with the very top lawyers at the company. I previously reported how many leftist devs were losing their minds just a day after Trump's election, openly talking about arming themselves for self-defense and to prepare for tumultuous times. After confirming with insider sources, I can report that there have been multiple firings on both sides. Those promoting political violence have been fired. Those talking about gun and gun prep to defend against Trump's politics have been fired. Okay? Those reporting the increasing talk about political violence to HR have been fired. Oh, okay. So it wasn't just one guy. So those reporting the increasing talk about political violence to HR have been fired. So people who were just reporting that their fellow employees was talking about politics are getting fired. That's interesting. Activision Blizzard seems to be taking a hard stance on the issue and discussing such things are grounds for termination. I agree. No matter if you are for or against it, talking about it is, I'm not sure what that word is. Sorry, I'm stupid. It says verboten, I guess. Never seen that word before. It's a new one. But then again, he's Asian. I'm black. So this is one of the guys who was fired. Today, Monday, February 10th, 2025, CWA Local 7250 filed unfair labor practice charges against Activision with the National Labor Relations Board in Minneapolis. The ULP is in regards to the unjust termination of Alan Junge, okay, a QA tester and union leader who was unjustly terminated. Oh boy, oh my God. Okay, he was one of the many fired. Now y'all got to give me some grace because I cannot see this shit. I cannot. I'm trying to read this shit, but I cannot see it. How about I do this? I'm gonna just pull it up on my phone. It's too far away. I can't see it. Give me a second. Cause I cannot see that shit. I gotta get a bigger screen up there. Ooh. All bookmarks. Let's see. Okay, here we go. It says this is communications worker of American Local 7250. Press release for immediate release. Bring Allen back. No to union busting and retaliation at Activision. On December 9th, Allen Judge, a union activist with the Communications Workers of America at Activision Quality Assurance in suburban Minneapolis, Minnesota, was unjustly terminated. Allen has been a core part of the wave of unionization across the video game industry. He helped lead a walkout at Activision in 2022 and was a key worker organization that helped win union recognition for Activision Quality Assurance Group in 2024 by a vote of 390 to 8, creating one of the biggest video game unions in the world. In October 2024, shortly before he was terminated, Allen was the spokesperson for the union at a public rally against the company's refusal to approve certain ADA job accommodations. He has been quoted in the media for his outspoken activism at Activision. That's crazy. Okay. The company is claiming that Allen violated policies for a November post on the company community Slack for employees. The post came in the wake of the U.S. Presidential election when several workers at Activision were loosely discussing arming themselves for protection. Allen responded by posting recommendations for safe and responsible firearms ownership and training, especially for those from LGBTQ communities and other marginalized identities. He advised that workers should always seek de-escalation and escape first, but if they did own firearms, they should understand the dangers and risk and so get solid training on safe use. Well, let's look at those posts, okay? Let's take a look at them. We'll come back to that. These are the tweets that they put out. This is what he said during that time. It must be working on blank making me more violent, but I have never been more tempted to buy a gun. Arm the left. After all, an armed minority is harder to oppress. If you can afford it, get life insurance. No one fights harder than insurance companies. No one fights harder than insurance companies. And if more minorities get them, then it'll be harder for hate crime to get swept under the rug. Now, y'all said y'all are buffering? I don't know. I'm not seeing it on my end. Now, if you're looking at my personal opinion, I do not feel like in these comments he is advocating for them to go out and commit violence. I can't lie to you and tell you that he's doing that. What I can say is that he started it off saying something is making him more violent. So it sounds like you want to be the aggressor, in my personal opinion. I don't know how that's going to hold up in court. I don't know if they're going to say, well, you know, he didn't encourage any violence. But I do know there's something to that. Something's making me more violent. He clearly said that. So, I mean, I don't know. Y'all take that for what you will. Me personally, it wasn't just him. I would love to know the details of the others that got fired. Allen advocated for safe and responsible ownership and use of firearms in a Slack channel. His post did not threaten, encourage, or endorse violence or illegal conduct. Quite the opposite. I don't know. He kind of started the sentence off by saying something was making him more violent. So, I mean, I don't know how the court will see that, but you know, it's going to be interesting. I'm going to assume that Activision Blizzard took that as the perfect opportunity to get rid of these people, because it seemed like they're getting rid of everybody. Like all you political motherfuckers, left-wing lunatics, and hell, the right ones too. Yeah, all y'all got to get up out of here. Yep. They was like, oh yeah, we got a perfect excuse now. We firing everybody. So I don't know. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. That's crazy though. Damn, y'all saying it's buffering? I got it pulled up right here. I ain't seen it buffer yet. I don't know. But we'll move on. We'll move on. We making good time though. Let's see. All right. All right. So we got to talk about our favorite actress in Hollywood right now, and that is Rachel Zegler. Okay. So if you guys, for those of you who don't know, who didn't know, Rachel Zegler has single-handedly tanked the entire Snow White campaign for Disney. Okay. Her comments. Now we're not going to rehash her comments. We've done that plenty of times before. But there's just more and more evidence to suggest that nobody likes this woman, and Disney knows it. Okay, they know it. I mean, they're looking at the tracking for the pre-orders for this film, for the pre-order the tickets. Nobody's buying them. I mean, this is going to be a flop of epic proportions. And now we got more evidence to suggest that Disney is trying hard to keep her mouth shut. This is a woman that's you can't seem to be able to control. She has no self-awareness. She's a narcissistic maniac. And she thinks the world revolves around her and what she believes. And here's more evidence to suggest so. Or at least that Disney is aware of this. Disney won't be having a Snow White UK premiere in an attempt to avoid anti-woke backlash to the controversial adaptation. I'm sorry. Here we go. As one of the most anticipated and expensive films of the year, it would only be right for Disney to roll out the red carpet for its forthcoming Snow White. But the Mail can reveal bosses are refusing to hold a star-studded premiere in the UK for the movie over fears of backlash over woking it up. Okay, despite the release date not being until later this month, the film has already been lambasted for having a Snow White played by Latin actress Rachel Zegler and not including the 7 dwarfs in the title. Okay. What would usually be a big Leicester Square event full of lights and cameras for a 212 euros live action remake of the 1937 cartoon film. Instead, there will be no celebration on British soil in an attempt to avoid anti-woke backlash. Instead, there will be a handful of tightly controlled press events. Okay. An insider told the Mail, Disney are already anticipating an anti-woke backlash against Snow White and have reduced the media schedule to just a handful of tightly controlled press events. Meaning, she only gonna be answering certain questions and she only gonna say what the fuck they tell her to say. Because if you, bitch, there's a lot of jobs. See, that's the thing that a woman like Rachel Zegler doesn't understand. A lot of people worked on this. And a lot of jobs and careers are hanging in the balance based upon this movie. A lot of people are depending on this movie to do well at the box office so they can keep their jobs. And now, because you ran your mouth, a lot of those people will suffer the consequences. See, you'll be good. You'll be fine. Well, I don't think so. I think there's a chance she'll be blackballed after this. See, they're taking a wait and see approach because if the movie does well, then nobody cares. Obviously, nobody cared about the backlash. But if it doesn't do well, yeah, Rachel Zegler, your box office poison. We're not going to hire you. We're not going to cast you for nothing. Way to go, though. You know what I'm saying? Disney's trying their best to get a hold of this woman and this situation. The decision comes after Snow White actress Rachel Zegler was labeled a walking PR disaster for Disney, having made controversial comments about her role. Yeah, they just rehashing. So, here's the thing. I know Kato wants to do a review, and I mean, I guess I really didn't like with or without the backlash. I didn't anticipate seeing this movie, but I guess I'll go and see it so we can do a review on it or whatever the case may be, because I'm sure he's gonna want to do it. Disney's in a tough spot because I would have told them just don't release the movie, but this is going to be a serious hit on their market share, right? What's going to happen to Rachel after this? Is she going to be blackballed? You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, Disney should just say, I would honestly say, hey man, I don't want to see nobody else working with this woman ever again. She single-handedly tanked a $250 million movie. I don't want to see her working nowhere else in this industry again. She's gonna have to crank open that OnlyFans. That's what I'm predicting. But just think about it. Like if you were working on this movie, you put your all into this movie, 14-hour sets, and this woman ruined it. I heard Gal Gadot don't even like her. I'm not surprised. Not surprised. Because, like I said, she's a narcissist. She thinks the world revolves around her and what she believes in. So, Person says, Atreus sell the seas of if you're going to watch it. That's one way to do it. That is definitely one way to do it. We're going to see, though. We're going to see. Crypto Beat says, don't pay to see that trash. It depends. If I sell the high seas on it and it's a decent quality, then that's what I'll do. But if it's not, you know what I'm saying? Hey, it is what it is. All right. Let's move on. We're making good time. We're making good time. We're making good time. Let's see what else we got. Do we got any good news out here? Some positive news. You know, that's hard to come by. Any good news, any positive news, you know, these days, it's really hard to come by. Really hard. Not really. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Let me hit this really quick. So, you know, we just came fresh off of them casting a nigga to play Severus Snape. And I'm going to bring up evidence to suggest that I think even black people are getting tired of that shit, to be honest with you. Even black people are getting tired of the lazy ass race swaps. And one that has kind of gone under the radar a little bit because of Severus Snape is apparently Lupita is about to play Athena, the goddess of war and wisdom, in Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god. Stop fucking.
It's come to my attention that I think Hollywood is pushing back. And Hollywood is pretty much saying, go fuck yourself. We don't care what you think. Okay. Christopher Nolan, I really hope you get paid in advance and that what you make from this movie does not depend on the box office. Because ain't nobody going to see nigga Athena. Stop it. And if you think people over on the East is going to see it, stop it. And what way does any of this make sense, man? At this point, and see, I know Kata said in his video that he's not blaming the actors. No. I don't care how much they're paying you. This is career suicide. It's career suicide. Because what they're going to make you do is when you go on a press tour, you got to talk about how racist everybody is because you're getting backlash. Okay. Have you heard anything from Amanda Steinberg since The Acolyte? Has she been cast in anything? Was she even at the Oscars? Nope. Completely irrelevant. Hey, Amanda, get closer to y'all. Any roles lining up? I don't know. Maybe there is. Maybe I just don't know about it. What about Jodie Turner? Is that was her name, right? Jodie Turner. What about you? Anything? What about Leslie Hetland? What's she up to these days? I mean, people were literally just celebrating the retirement, or not the retirement, the stepping down of Kathleen Kennedy. You think her next project people going to be excited to watch? I think what she's doing is, because last I heard, Kathleen Kennedy isn't retiring. She's just stepping down. I think she believes that if she go and work somewhere else and whatever she's working on, people won't care that her name is attached to it. And I think there's a degree to truth to that, because as long as something Star Wars is released and her name is attached to it, there's going to be blowback. But if she goes somewhere else and her name is attached to it, there might not be as much blowback. And so I think she's really serious about retiring with a good name. We'll see. But this isn't about her. This is about another race swap. Even black people are getting tired of race swaps. Let me bring something up to you. Let me bring this up. Because even black people are starting to get tired of this shit. Hold up. Let me see if I can find it now. Let me see if I can find it. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. This is Name a Bigger Downgrade. This was about, our girl April being switched over to Big Shirley. I fucked that up. Sorry. Let me do that again. That's Big Shirley. All right. Rev up those fryers. He says, there's this weird trend in remakes lately where they take a white woman character and make her black, but also less appealing. Like how they made Amber a bitch in Invincible, or Velma in that HBO series. I think it's intentional. You think? You think? And then if you go into the comments, something like that. Look at this. Look at this. And we was talking about this on New Black Street. It's always the gingers. And shout out to Kato who brought this up. Rearrange the letters of gingers, and what do you get? Naggers. I don't think that's a coincidence. Far be it from me to offend anybody, but I don't think it's a coincidence. That's just my personal opinion. I don't think it's a coincidence at all. Something like that. Let me. Ooh, what happened? Oh, here we go. Regardless of their reasoning, I would like to go on record that they can replace any character in any IP with Halle Berry, and I'm 100% on board with it. Well, there's that. I also think Idris Elba is in that category too. I think a lot of people wouldn't care if they race swap somebody with Idris Elba. I don't know. I could be wrong about that. Why would it matter how appealing April, a teenage character, is? I love when people try to spin this. Like, oh, like it's a teenage character. First of all, I don't think in every iteration that April is a teenager. Okay. But also it's been proven since the dawn of time, people like to see, like, you ever heard the term easy on the eyes? Nobody wants to see a fat snot-nosed teenage brat walking around on screen. Nobody wants to see that. I'm sorry. It is what it is. You can say whatever you want to say. We have original black characters in the comics that need more love and screen time. Well, every time y'all put them on screen, y'all make it about racism, so nobody cares. I would say that Scooby, it's intentional, but my biggest complaint is they ugly her up. can't they race swap and keep them smoking hot? No, because that's against feminism. They want to put Big Shirley up on screen. They want to put Big Shirley up on screen because they think it's going to make people see them as attractive, and it doesn't. It doesn't. It actually deters us from even wanting to see him. Yes, Jennifer Kell in the comments versus Jennifer Kell and Agatha all along. I wouldn't have had a problem with the race swap, but they couldn't pick an attractive woman. That's her. Ugh.
Oh my God!
They picked the worst. They picked the worst looking black women. Like, what happened to the Megan Goods, the Nia Longs, the Halle Berrys, the what is up with all these busted ass black women y'all keep putting in Hollywood? And y'all putting, like, it's either a busted black woman or a mixed race black woman. If she's attractive, she's likely mixed race. All these other black women they put in these movies and shows are busted as fuck. Bald and busted. That's the new black woman in Hollywood these days. Bald and busted. And it's comical. It's comical. And non-binary. Shit is bad. But yeah, even black people are getting tired of it. Even black, we showed that in our Severus Snape video. Black people are getting tired of the race swap. So yeah, there's that. There is that. Okay. All right, let's move on. We got one final grift that we want to get into. But before we do, make sure it ain't nothing. All right. All right. All right. There's nothing there. All right. So I think we are ready to get into our final grift. All right. So how many of you guys heard of a game called Split Fiction? Okay. Before this week, I had never heard of it. Apparently, Split Fiction is the latest hit game that Atreus has never heard of. Okay. Split Fiction. So I'm actually going to I'm actually going to watch some gameplay with you guys, because I never even heard of the game. So this is my first time seeing this. I don't know, maybe you guys have seen it. Oh, my iPad is about to die on me. It's about to die. That's not good. But here we go. So first we're gonna look at the trailer and we're gonna find out the drama that's surrounding this game. So I've never seen this before. My first time seeing it. So if you guys heard of it, let me know. If not, this is your first time seeing it as well.
We sure caused a lot of explosions.
You said the sound went out. Oh, come on. Give me a break. What now? Hold on. Let me you said the sound went out. Okay. Hold up.
Escape my simulation. And in order to save them, they have to escape back to reality through the very worlds that they created.
Hands above your heads.
But the thing is, they're strangers, and Miu writes sci-fi, while Zoe writes fantasy. So you will, for every level in the game, jump between a sci-fi world and a fantasy world. We at Hazelight love variation.
Now y'all saying the sound is too loud. Jesus fucking Christ. What is happening? Why did all of a sudden my... Okay. Hold on. Let me bring that down. Boy, I be having... But I need a producer so bad, man. I need a... God damn, I need a producer. Let me test this man real quick. God damn! Okay, there we go. I need a producer so goddamn bad. I see the chat. I see it. Okay, let's go.
And you'll have a unique mechanic for every level. Let me give you some examples. In this level, you start out by finding dragon eggs that hatch.
Hey, stop licking.
And then they become a little bit bigger dragons with new abilities. But in the end, they grow up to be full-ass dragons. And now, you can fly around and kick ass. In another level, you play these ball droids that can magnetize and shift to different forms. And then, the droids become your exosuits. And you can now attack and hack different objects. Here's another one. You play as pigs, and they later become... Anyway, let's not talk about that level for now. And as always, with the Friends Pass, you only need to buy one copy of the game to play it with your friend online. That's what Hazelight is about. No loot boxes, no microtransactions, and no bullshit. You just get the game.
Unpaid parking tickets. Time to die.
Excuse me? Run!
All right then. So I gotta be honest. I'm impressed. That was actually pretty good. So apparently the game is actually pretty popular, guys. Fiction Steam charts. The game is actually pretty fucking popular. I don't know how this game wasn't on my radar, or like I hadn't heard nothing about it. But ladies and gentlemen, that thing hit 250,000 players on Steam. 250,000. Like I for a game that some of us never even heard of, is crazy. But you know, the game didn't come without controversy. Some of y'all are saying my mic low. What intonation is going on? Mic check. The hell? Like it's like all of a sudden it's like all of a sudden my settings suddenly changed or some shit like that. But anyway, so yeah. So the game did not come without its controversy. So apparently some people are labeling this game as woke. What in so much so that the director of the game had to respond to it. Let's see what he had to say.
Another feminism propaganda. So what the is this? I guess that somebody are reacting that there are two women. Let me say this. In Brothers, there were two guys. In A Way Out, there were two guys. In It Takes Two, there were one guy, one woman. And now there are two girls and everybody's complaining. Come on, man. I mean, let's face it, man. And it's also like based on my daughters. I don't care what you have between your legs. That's totally not interesting for me. Good characters is what's important.
This is where the woke derangement syndrome shit starts to seep in a little bit. What was that comment? Like, let me go back. because that is insane. Another feminism propaganda soaked game. Walk on, dude. Y'all got to get out of this mode, man. I get it. Like, I understand. Like, you see a woman in the game nowadays, and you just assume there's feminist propaganda there. But you got to do your research before you comment. Like, what are y'all going to say when Perfect Dark comes out, if it ever comes out? If another Tomb Raider game comes out, are y'all just going to assume because it's Tomb Raider that it's feminist propaganda? Now, there might be some feminist propaganda in there, but I'm like, just because you see a woman on the screen does not mean it's going to have feminist propaganda in it. It is not woke. I actually look forward to playing this game now. Now, I saw that Kata used the new Blackstreet page to ask if you guys wanted to see us play Split Fiction on New Blackstreet. Y'all already know my answer to that. Y'all already know my answer to that. It's gonna be a
Fuck that bitch. Fuck that bitch.
Nah, I'm good. I'm good on that one. But I mean, we'll see. I got right now. I'm playing. I haven't even finished Ninja Gaiden. We ain't even been able to get back to Avowed. I've been playing Monster Hunter and I've been playing Marvel Rivals. Plus, I'm working. I got all type of shit going on. So yeah, that's gonna be a no for me. Sorry. It is what it is. But yeah, though. But like, my question is, I see he did this interview with Fall Damage. Did they purposely? Because I don't think he brought this up on his own. He was doing an interview, and Fall Damage put that up there to ask him about. Really? Is that what we're doing? Nah, they probably did that on purpose because they wanted to get some type of own or something like that. But I don't think, I don't think. Shouts out to him. Congratulations to him. You know what I'm saying? This is I don't know if it's an indie game. I think EA published it, but it's like a small studio. They're not big. Pause. I mean, shouts out to him. He said he made the game based on his daughters. Hey man. Hey, shouts out to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, do your thing. Do your thing. Y'all, it's crazy to me how these smaller studios are bringing better experiences than these big studios. Hopefully, you guys don't sell yourselves to that degree. I get it. You want to get bigger funding so you make bigger games, but don't sell yourself, because obviously these big studios don't know what they're doing, and you can see that reflected in the layoffs. And so, yeah, this game is not woke. At least I'm going to play it to go through the entire narrative to see. But based on what I can see, this game is not woke. 2 women don't make it woke. And let's kill that narrative right now. Congratulations on all your success. All right. We'll close it there. All right. Let me get into some of y'all comments. Oh, my God. Whole cast isn't white. Woke. Yeah. Yeah. It's starting to get that way, ain't it? Person says that stream would be hilarious though. Perhaps. MRI Gamer says that would be fun. 2 black men playing 2 white women would be crazy. I mean, I suppose, but nah, I think I'm good on that one. I mean, like, how the fuck are we gonna even fit that in? You know what I'm saying? It's no way we could even fit that in. Like, we do the Monday show, we do the Friday show, and then like, what, we're gonna do a random stream in the middle of the week? I don't. And then like, nah, that's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. I just don't have the time, and I don't care to make the time to do that. So yeah, that's not gonna happen. What I was about to say. So yeah, that's gonna conclude the show for today. I appreciate you guys for stopping by. I got to go and make some things happen before Saturday Night Hypnosis starts at 8 o'clock. I got less than 2 hours. And I got to go and eat. I didn't even get a chance to eat before the stream. So I appreciate all you guys for coming in. As always, I want you guys to be safe out there. Touch grass, grab ass. You know what I'm saying? All of those good things. As always, may the grift be with you. I will talk to you guys later. Okay? Deuces. I did not record. I'm beside myself. I am beside myself. I'm just beside myself. Anyway, I'll talk to y'all later. I am beside